everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Luck's Giants going up against Carson Wentz's Eagles.
Thank you, Larry. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look live there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line with the New York Giants. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now Wentz. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The slot man in motion right. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. To throw on 2nd down is Locke. Open man right side is Ingram. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
In motion right is Thomas. Now a former New Mexico Lobo, it's Jarrell Presley. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
2nd down following the run. off of play action. Luck. Looking for Shepard deep. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. To give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stops short of the 30. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets them a new set of downs.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second down and 4. Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. Ajayi hit. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. The 40. The 30. 10. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And not much trouble in that game for the Vikings. They've opened their lead further. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a man.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Damon Harrison breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Wentz to throw on second down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to let this thing go deep for LaFell. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
To throw, it's Wentz. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Olivier Vernon in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. On second down, here's Wentz. They set up the screen to Ajayi. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootlegging. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Slot man moves right. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. They've got a second down and 8 to start things out. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Here's Luck now on second down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On second down, here's Luck. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Love. That is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A reminder coming up in the Sunday night game, matchup you don't see very often, a rematch of Super Bowl 18. The Raiders traveling to Washington. And then tomorrow on Monday night, we'll see the Cowboys heading to the desert to take on the Cardinals.
Former NFC East rivals.
Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They run again with Ajayi. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
That's it, baby.
Wentz going to throw. Going to look deep for Jeffrey. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect. But as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. The slot man in motion right. They run. Robinson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Love. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing is long. And he slings one that's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Throwing on third down, Luck. And Ingram holds it in. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Toss. Here's Robinson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
So when you call a corner blitz, what a lot of teams call a cat blitz, you're expecting to come after the quarterback. But in this case, he ran into the ball carrier. Really nice technique because what you do is you come deep as the deepest.
Looking for his receiver. Sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick-6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. New York set to take the field. And following the pick-6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all.
He's got a man complete. That one goes for 36 yards. Now a carry here for Presley. And he's got room. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. So it'll be first down here after the run. Now Thomas will come in motion right. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead they'll keep it on second down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. In motion left, Shepard. Toss play to Robinson. And down inside the 15 he goes. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Elsewhere on this Sunday in the NFL, they're in the second quarter in Detroit. An early lead in that game for the Falcons. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Denard Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Drops it off to Ajayi. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Eagles on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Wentz now to throw. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. It's Marshawn Lattimore, the rookie from Ohio State. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. From the gun, here's Love. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Shreds the tackle. He's got daylight. 30. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead, not so fast. That pick-6 really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more, with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Now a first down throw. Luck. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll run here with Robinson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. Back to throw. Luck. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here's Luck. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. He got 29 yards that time.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants add on to their lead. Now Franks for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Set now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, to something to get you off to a quick start.
No gain on the screen there. It's second down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to get him for a loss of 5. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that's complete to LaFell. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They run with Ajayi. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On play action, it's Wentz. Sliding out of the pocket. He may try and run for this. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it. But it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. They'll run it now with Robinson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And they're able to get this one down to the 25. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On the run, this is Presley. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They have, by the way, gone to the 3rd quarter now at Ford Field in Detroit. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. It's Robinson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
But it was stopped on that play. We had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. To throw his line. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now Wentz. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Working from the gun, Wentz. And over the middle, it's LaFell. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. 23 yards on the play. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center. You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off? Not yet. Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times. To throw is Wentz. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down. Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open. Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game. Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week. The Eagles send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he will at least be able to fall on it himself, but it was 4th down, and the possession changes.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Denard Robinson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. They'll begin the drive with a giant. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Double tight, guys, double tight. We got 3, we got 3, we got 3.
Here's Ajayi. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times and 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Wentz finding his new weapon, Jeffrey, for an Eagle 1st down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
As a general rule, receivers love the comeback route because it puts them right in the sight lines of the guy throwing the ball. But in this case, the defenders saw it and were able to knock it away.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Jaquez Smith in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. So the D-line's going to spread out. Throwing now is Wentz. He's going to sling this deep downfield. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. A 1st NFL pick by the rookie Marshawn Lattimore. bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Checking the NFL scoreboard. They're in the fourth now in Minneapolis. And not much trouble in that game for the Vikings. They've opened their lead further. A win would be their second on the young season. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Eagles. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, you know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. This is Ajayi. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Eagles on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This time it's 3rd and 3. Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Wentz, got to have this one. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. A broken tackle on the run, and then just on the other side of midfield, they get to it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. 20. Oh, and now he bowls him over. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A 4th quarter score from the Meadowlands. The Jets have scored again, so they open up a 2-touchdown advantage. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Throwing on first is Wentz. He showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. To throw, it's Wentz. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistle's blown with 3 seconds remaining. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They run for it with a Ajayi. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking, and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Giants, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they'll fall to 1-2. And they will try to turn it around next week as they head down to Carson for a matchup with the LA Chargers. So that's